Picture this. You're standing at the starting line of your dreams, heart pounding, ready to chase greatness. The crowd cheers, the path looks clear, and you think, this is it. I've got this. But then life throws the first punch. And let me tell you, it's not a gentle tap, it's a full-on, gut-wrenching blow. The road to success? It's not a smooth highway lined with roses. It's a dogfight, a brutal, relentless, no-holds-barred battle that tests every ounce of your grit, heart, and soul. If you're expecting an easy ride, you might want to sit this one out. But if you're ready to roll up your sleeves, take the hits, and keep swinging, then buckle up. This is the story of what it really takes to win. My name is Eric Thomas, but you might know me as E.T., the guy who's been through the fire and come out stronger. I'm not here to sugarcoat things or sell you a fairy tale. I'm here to tell you the truth about the grind, the pain, and the unshakable will it takes to rise above. I've lost loved ones to cancer, buried cousins gunned down in cold blood, and watched my wife battle a diagnosis that could have shattered us. I've faced rejection, failure, and moments so dark I wasn't sure I'd see the light again. But through it all, I've learned one thing. The only way you lose is if you quit. And I'm not quitting. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Let's rewind. Growing up, life wasn't kind. I didn't have a silver spoon or a paved path. I was homeless, eating out of trash cans, sleeping in abandoned buildings. My dad wasn't around, and the world didn't exactly roll out the red carpet for a kid like me. I got my GED, not because I was lazy, but because life was throwing punches faster than I could dodge. And yet, even in those moments, I knew I was destined for more. I wasn't just fighting to survive, I was fighting to thrive. Fast forward to my journey as an entrepreneur, a speaker, and a man trying to make a difference. You'd think the worst was behind me, right? Wrong. Life doesn't let up just because you've got a dream. In the middle of building my business, I lost 5 family members to cancer. 5. I was flying to funerals, driving across states, and helping raise money for aunts who passed too young, without insurance, leaving us to pick up the pieces. It was a dogfight. Then, my cousin was shot execution style in a store, 2 bullets to the back of the head. Another cousin landed in prison for 50 years. You don't see that on Instagram reels or YouTube vlogs. That's the real stuff, the stuff that doesn't make the highlight reel but shapes who you are. And then came the hardest blow of all. 3 years ago, my wife, my rock, was diagnosed with 7 lesions on her brain. 7. I remember sitting in that hospital room, the sterile smell, the hum of machines, and the doctor's words hitting like a freight train. She might not walk again. My world stopped. This wasn't just a fight anymore. It was a war. But here's the thing. I'd been through too much to break. I'd been broken before, disappointed, defeated, and yet I was still standing. Why? Because I'd trained for this. Not in a gym, but in the trenches of life. You see, the road to success is like forging a diamond. Diamonds don't just appear, they're born under extreme pressure, intense heat, and then, just when you think it's over, they're cut to shine. That's you. That's me. If you want to be a diamond, you've got to embrace the pressure. You've got to withstand the heat. And when life tries to cut you, you've got to stand tall and say, I'm still here. Let's talk about the Navy for a second. You know what they teach recruits first? Not how to shoot or swim. They teach you how to handle a jammed gun and how to carry a dead body. Why? Because they're preparing you for the worst-case scenario. When you're out there in the chaos of battle, you're not thinking your weapon will fail or your brother in arms will fall. But if it happens, you need to know how to keep moving. That's life too. It's not the hardships that break you, it's being unprepared for them. My cousin's murder, my wife's diagnosis, the losses I've faced, they didn't break me because I'd already been through the fire. I was ready for the worst, so when it came, I didn't crumble. Here's the lesson. You've got to prepare for the dogfight. Success isn't about avoiding the struggle. It's about building the resilience to push through it. Every no you hear, every door that slams in your face, every setback that makes you question yourself, it's all part of the process. And here's the secret. You're always one yes away. One opportunity, one breakthrough, one moment that changes everything. The world can tell you no a million times, but they can't stop you forever. Not if you keep showing up. Not if you keep grinding. I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I've got a GED, not a PhD. But what I lack in credentials, I make up for in hustle. I'm up at 3 a.m. making videos, pouring my heart into content day after day. Why? Because I'm not just doing this for me. I'm doing it for my kids, who grew up without a dad like I did. I'm doing it for my family, who've been through hell and back. I'm doing it for every person out there who's been told they're not enough. When you're grinding for something bigger than yourself, you don't stop. You can't. The pain of the grind hurts, but giving up hurts more. Let's be real. Grinding is sacrifice. It's waking up when your body screams for sleep. It's pushing through when your mind says, I can't. It's saying no to distractions and yes to discipline. But here's the payoff. Every sacrifice you make is an investment in your future. Every late night, every tear, every moment you choose to keep going, it's building something unstoppable. You might not see it today, but one day you'll look back and realize those dogfight moments were the ones that made you. I've been through the pressure. I've felt the heat. At 19, I was homeless. At 20, I was still scraping by. At 30, I thought I'd seen it all. But at Southwest Airlines' cheap flights, life turned up the heat again. I thought I was done, that I'd paid my dues. But the Creator said, not yet. You want to be great? You want to inspire the world? Then you've got to go deeper. And so, I did. I went through the hospital visits, the sleepless nights, the moments of doubt, and I came out stronger. Why? Because I refused to quit. Here's where you come in. You're reading this because you've got a dream. Maybe it's starting a business, writing a book, or just breaking free from a life that feels too small. Whatever it is, know this. It's going to be a dogfight. The world will test you. People will doubt you. Life will throw curveballs you never saw coming. But you've got a choice. You can step into the ring and fight, or you can walk away. I'm begging you, choose the fight, choose the grind, choose the pain that leads to purpose. What's the biggest lesson I've learned? It's that resilience is your superpower. You don't need to be the smartest, the richest, or the most talented. You just need to be the one who doesn't quit, the one who gets up at 3 a.m. when everyone else is sleeping, the one who keeps knocking when every door says closed, the one who looks life in the eye and says, you can't break me. So, here's my challenge to you. Don't just read this and nod. Act on it. Write down your dream. Make a plan. Take one step today, no matter how small. And when the dogfight comes, and it will, remember you're not alone. You've got a community of fighters out there. People like me who've been through the fire and are cheering you on. Share your story in the comments. Tell us what you're fighting for. Drop a line about the hardest thing you've faced and how you kept going. Your story might just inspire someone else to keep pushing. And if this hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Share this article with someone who needs a reminder that they're stronger than they think. Follow my channel for more real talk, more inspiration, and more tools to win your dogfight. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's build this community of warriors together. We're not just chasing dreams, we're fighting for them. And in this fight, we don't quit. The road to success is a battlefield, but it's a battle you were born to win. So, lace up your gloves, step into the ring, and show the world what you're made of. You're one yes away. Keep fighting.